Every musical that you put on the stage should be entertaining. But this one has a powerful story. And it's also because it's a true story. So these kinds of stories, I believe, should be told to Malaysians.
It is about the life of Seni Euphrasia. She's the foundress of the Good Shepherd Sisters congregation, which was founded in France in 1835. So she's a very dynamic woman, and she has led the congregation to reach out to women and girls and their families who are marginalized and have problems.
She was a woman who was alert to what was happening in her social context. And she tried in many innovative ways to respond to these needs.
I mean, when they first told me it was a nun, I was first like, oh, how interesting can this be? But then, as I started reading about all her life and all that sort of thing, her character, the things she had to go through, the way, she stood up to, various people in power, and her spirit of not giving up, and I was really impressed, and I was like, why hasn't anyone, done any other sort of story or anything about this so far?
And how today, in our context, in 2019, we still see the same things happening. We see women who are exploited, women who are prostituted for sex, women who are exploited for labor, trafficking. We see refugees, we see poverty, we see gender-based violence. Not just in Malaysia, but in all the different countries in the world. And how the context of the mission is the same before and today, and how it will be the same tomorrow.
I would say that there are points in her life or things that she said, although 200 years ago, that resonates to myself and I think to a lot of people today. So yeah, I think for me that were the criteria that I selected in terms of the points.
We decided there were certain themes and words that we wanted to, focus on. Like, for example, Mother Euphrasia's role in promoting, social justice and, compassion. So we sort of picked out events from her life that sort of fit those, those themes to give a sort of a nice, little wrapped up sort of thematic story to her.
We have in total about 60 people to be working with, and that's large. Most of the musicals that we perform, we put on the stage, do not come near to 60 at all. And this one also is special because it has live music in the form of an orchestra.
Just as Mary Euphrasia was ahead of her time, we feel moved to be courageous and take risk in addressing the issue of a current time and trying new ways that make the mission relevant and effective.
So that's why I'm very excited for the musical to come to Sabah. I hope that through this musical, many more people may come to know about the existence of the Good Shepherd Sisters and their works throughout Sabah. I also hope that through this show, many more people come and join us in our work to be our mission partners.
I hope the audience try to match that expectation from the poster to the real show.
How can we make a difference? How can I make a difference after watching this musical?
Really, really wish that you will come and buy the tickets, and we want to see you in the audience. We want you to write about it. We want you to put it on Facebook. We want you to really shout it out, Euphrasia the Musical.